So I thought in this episode, let me just speak on, I think, some stuff that helped me and some stuff that worked for me, whether it's study habits or just habits in general. But these are some things that helped me get through the tough times, get through both my degrees and push through until the very end. And I think most importantly, these things right here helped me pass without ever having failed a module. So yeah, stick through right till the very end because these are pivotal, and I feel many of these might just help you guys out in your journey as well. So first up, I think something that helped me just maintain that balance in my mind and kept me rooted and kept me focused on what I needed to get done is actually ensuring that I maintained balance whilst the studies were going on. I just always had that center in terms of, yes, I am a student, but I'm more than just a student. I have other things going for me. I have other things I enjoy, and it's important that I make time for these other things. So one of these things that really just centered me was, first of all, going to the gym. Just getting in that physical exercise, because for me, gym is something that's very, very personal. But it's a stress reliever. But I think when I first started gymming, and this was sort of towards the end of my high school years and beginning of first year, but it's when my confidence was at the lowest. It's when my self-esteem was at the lowest. And gym helped me really build that for myself. And, in and amongst everything, just helped me relieve my stress and view myself in a better way, but more importantly, view the world in a more positive way. It helped me see opportunities. It helped me, actually be more of myself. And I think this carried on through into university, and gym really formed a pivotal part of my life. So of course I know that not all of us are gym goers, but I think just finding that thing in you that really keeps you grounded, that really helps relieve that stress out of academics is so important, because gym played an incredible role in my life, and there's a lot that I'm thankful for because of consistently going to the gym, having that as an outlet, and of course just having that as an option when things do get rough. And of course, within this, something else that really helped me is spending time with friends and family. I think I'm a very social person. I'm a very extroverted person. So I get a lot of my energy from other people and being around, the right people as well. So me actually making time to spend time with friends in the most hectic of time, just making, even if it's just a short period of time a week, but just making out that time and just conversing with them and speaking about anything and everything except for academics, and really just spending that quality time was so important for me and for my mental sanity as well. So of course, depending on whether you're extroverted or introverted, this may work for you, or this may be something that doesn't work as effectively as you. But as I said before, guys, you have to find the outlets that work for you, and these two were my main outlets that I think without them I would not have been here. I would not have finished my degree, wouldn't have finished my qualifications, and I wouldn't be in a position where I'm working right now. So get those outlets, of course, sort of healthy ones as well, because I think it's easy to get sort of trapped in a sort of cycle of addiction, or sort of compulsively needing something when you fall towards things that are perhaps a little bit less healthy. So and I think next up, I think especially in terms of studying, and I think the hardest times to study is when the pressure's on and when you really don't want to, when you have to perform, you have to get the results, but maybe you're mentally tired, maybe you can't stand this anymore. Maybe you don't want to do it anymore. You don't want to study. You want to stop. You're tired. You're fatigued, but you have to produce the results. what helped me in these times was the focus I had on completing the qualification. Because, and I think especially in my honors year, I had this sort of focus, extreme amount of focus, in that I have to get this done. I have to qualify, and I will do everything and anything in my power to get it done. I think without this mindset, without having this mindset of, absolutely just willing to do anything and everything to pass, to finish, to graduate, and to move on to the next level, I would definitely not be here. Because, and I've said it quite a few times, but my honors year was the most difficult year of my life. But just having that presence of mind and that narrow-minded focus to remove all distractions and just zero in on that goal, on that, target. And I did this mainly through, I think, imagining a world where I'm outside of university, where I'm working, where I have a bit more freedom, where I'm able to, just get a bit more done because of, the time I have, and obviously the opportunities that have been presented to me because I finished my qualification. I'd always compulsively imagine this world, imagine all these different scenarios playing out, and that would push me in order to make that a reality. Because I saw nothing else for myself but a reality where I finished my degrees and I was working and I had abundance of opportunity waiting for me, and I could really start building on to the person who I was, the foundation, the great foundation that I had built for myself. So I think it's so important to sort of have a semi-vision of yourself, the ideal version of yourself that you imagine, perhaps post-varsity, or, just even imagining yourself being completely done with the qualification, moving on to the next level, the things you can get done, and working towards that goal mercilessly, and just literally being willing to do whatever it takes to get it done. So, yeah, I think this even is deeper than just mere motivation, because motivation, I think, is quite superficial. Motivation is just surface level. But this is a deep desire. It's a deep, deep, deep desire that should sit within you. And it sat within me for my whole honors year. And I knew I had to get it done. And I did absolutely everything to get it done. And in the end, I got it done. So have that for yourself. Have that deep, deep, deep desire that expands on just motivation, that will push you through the tough times. And I think also know why you're doing what you're doing. So important, because if you're just doing it just to get it done, then the tough times will come and kick you. So you need that deep desire. I think next up, something that was pivotal, insanely pivotal, and I was so angry at myself for discovering it only in my honors year, but once again, still grateful that I did discover it, because I wouldn't have passed if I didn't. But something that helped me out an insane bunch is me actually going back to the previous tests, the previous exams that I wrote, and learning from them. This was a pivotal part of my growth, because if I didn't do this, guys, if I didn't go back, if I didn't go and actually analyze my mistakes, understand why I made those mistakes, how I can improve on that in the future. If I didn't do this, I would have been making the same mistakes over and over again. And it's only when I started doing that I actually started seeing where my mistakes lied, what I was doing wrong, and how I could actually improve. This was one of the main causes of my success, especially once again in the hardest year of my life, my honors year. I really have to recommend this to every single person out there, in that, it doesn't take a lot for you to do it, but if you do it right, you cut your study time down by so much, and you increase your learning, and you improve your ability to succeed. So actually just sit down, take the past tests that you wrote, whether it's semester tests, year tests, even exams. Take them, sit down with what you wrote, sit down with the memo, and analyze every single, answer by answer, line by line. Where did you go wrong? Why didn't you get this right? If you don't understand something, consult with your lecturers. But you need to do this, because if you don't, guys, you're gonna make the same mistakes just over and over again. And it's so easy to get in that cycle of making the same mistakes, because of course you don't know what mistakes you're making until you actually make an effort to analyze and understand where you're going wrong and look for areas of improvements. So yes, if there's something that I can recommend, and I am recommending to you guys, one of the most important things for you is please go through your past tests, go through your past exams, look at that, like deeply analyze the mistakes that you're making so that you don't make them again. Because so often we're just making the same mistakes over and over again, which results in us failing. And I don't want this for you guys. I want success first time around for you guys. I want you guys to reach your academic goals. I want you guys to just reach higher heights, and of course, just be the best version of yourselves. Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm all about. That's what Learn Smart's all about. That's what this platform is all about here on YouTube, in the WhatsApp community as well, on all my platforms. That's what I'm trying to provide. That's the value that I try and provide for you guys, to really get you to be the best version of yourself over and above academics, but of course, helping you to improve academics in the process. So I hope these 3 sort of major tips that help me get to where I am now also help you out in your journey, and sort of help you reach the heights that you want to reach, and help you achieve your academic goals. So yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. I really do enjoy doing this, and the channel is just reaching milestone after milestone, which I'm so happy to see, which also shows that you guys are enjoying the videos. So if you enjoyed this one, obviously as always, just leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and until the next one, let's continue on our journey in creating a better world.